SHI Tournament Opening Ceremonies. And we're going to go kick it off, or go send it on down to Hans Buttface in the SHI Tournament Control Center. Hans, take it away. And thank you, Angry Larry. This is Hans Buttface in the SHI Tournament Olympics Control Center in Long Island, New York, ready to kick off the opening ceremony festivities. But first, let's recap what happened in the Season 5 Humiliation Stream Mystery Race. Congratulations to Armageddon Time for beating V. Resner. While I ate macaroni and beans and watched in preparation of this opening ceremonies, let's review some of the rules here of the tournament. Each upper decker is going to be paired randomly, or was paired randomly, with somebody in the cesspool. They are also going to seek out a third person who's not a member of the tournament, not a member of the exclusive invitational club that we have here in the SHI tournament. And they're going to be a team of 3 competing against 7 other teams, so 8 teams total, racing 6 games. Each member of each team is going to participate in 2 of the 6 games, and they're going to compete in a single elimination 8-player tournament, hoping to win medals for their made-up nation. Buchholz scoring system is not Buchholz, it's something else. Fibonacci scoring system. 3 points for a gold, 2 points for a silver, and yes, there is going to be a third-place bronze medal match. 1 point to the winner of that. If you lose, you're out in the first round, but if you win, you move on, and you're going to play in at least one of the medal rounds. The schedule will be as followed. The first week, starting on the 20th, or 19th, actually, of February, we're going to be kicking off with Super Mario Bros. 1 and Tetris. The following week, we will start Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario Kart. And then on the third week, we'll begin with Zelda 2 Randomizer and Super Mario Bros. 3. Each game is going to last 2 total weeks. So there's going to be 4 solid weeks of SHI tournament action. And who's going to be representing each team? Well, let's bring out the teams now. Let's start the parade of made-up nations. First up is Team TRIFORCE. Captain of Team TRIFORCE is Link Sevens. Link Sevens was the SHI Tournament Championship winner for Season 5, Tiny Toon Adventures. He's the only person, actually, to be in the winner's bracket of all 5 seasons of the SHI Tournament. And he's also been in part of several finals, finally winning one for his own. He's going to be representing Team TRIFORCE in Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 3. His partner from the cesspool is V. Resner. Now, V. Resner is a Link to the Past guy and a Mahjong player. But he has the 3rd best time in Zelda 2 100% all keys, which is no easy task right there. He's going to be playing Zelda 2 Randomizer, no surprise there, really, and Super Mario Kart. And their hired gun is Justin Mann, 11-4. Justin has the 4th place time on pretty much every game ever to exist in the world on the leaderboard. Check it out if you don't believe me. And he was also the guy who once swore on speed gaming during a race. He's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 2 and Tetris. Coming out next is Special K. Special K's team captain from the upper deck is Coach Crab. Coach Crab was the SHI Tournament champion in Seasons 1 and 3. He's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 1 and Super Mario Bros. 3. His cesspool partner Random Effect. Random Effect is the latest member of the sub 30-minute Zelda 1 any percent no up in A club. He also has the world record in Fisher-Price Perfect Fit. He's going to be playing Tetris and Super Mario Kart for Special K. And their third member is Jackamus Wedge, an SHI Tournament alumni who had to bow out due to a number of technical reasons. His computer streaming and stuff like that wouldn't work anymore. He's an outstanding randomizer tournament player. He holds a co-op record for Super Smash TV with Brysuf. And he's going to be playing Zelda 2 Randomizer and Super Mario Bros. 2. Next up is Pixelfire. Pixelfire's team captain is D-Pad Danny. D-Pad Danny floated to the upper deck in the latest season of the SHI tournament. His first season in the tournament, placing second in the floaters bracket for Tiny Toon Adventures. He may have won that. I'll correct myself later. He also owns a lot of games, and some of those games are Super Mario Bros. 2 and Tetris. His cesspool counterpart is Digshake. Digshake is the creator of Zelda 2 Randomizer. He holds the world record in Demon Sword for Nintendo. He relies on the red ring when he plays Zelda 1 Randomizer, and he steps on a lot of ducks. He's going to be playing Zelda 2 Randomizer and Super Mario Kart. And their hired gun here, getting it just in at the last possible second, Kite. Kite is entering this tournament looking for revenge on Coach Crab, who led him astray, asking him to join the tournament and then turning right around and ditching him because he quote-unquote found somebody better. So Kite's only in this tournament for one reason and one reason alone, to beat Coach Crab. And because of that, Kite's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 3, both games Coach Crab is playing. Next, we have two gamers, one Melvin, and the team captain, JSR 2 Gamers. JSR is the admin for the Zelda 1 No Up in A any percent tournament. He also has a sub 30 Zelda 1 No Up in A any percent time. He has the world record in Zelda 1 any percent No Up in A for the Famicom disc system, but he cannot walk diagonally. He's going to be playing Super Mario Kart and Super Mario Bros. 3, both games where you do not walk diagonally, so he'll be right at home there. His cesspool partner is Angry Larry. Angry Larry is the third best Legacy of the Wizard player in the world, the master of the hot take, definitely not the Melvin on this team, and he once made a Zelda 2 randomizer tracker people actually like and use. He's going to be playing Zelda 2 Randomizer with the tracker and Super Mario Bros. 2. And their third member is Zarnax42. Zarnax, the life, the universe, and Zarnax. Major contender in every tournament he joins. Very good at randomizers. And very good with the games he's playing in this tournament. Super Mario Bros. And Tetris. Next up is the Paynus Thunder. Paynus Thunder is led by Buzz Thunder. He's the SHI Tournament winner for Seasons 2 and 4, and is responsible for the Andy Social Network being popular. Buzz is going to be playing Zelda 2 Randomizer and Super Mario Bros. 3. His cesspool counterpart is the Alan Heffley from the University of Kentucky. Sorry, it's the Paynus Thunder is the name of the team. My bad. The Alan Heffley attends the University of Kentucky and has not submitted a single run to speedrun.com. But he is, in fact, undefeated in the Super Mario Bros. 3 tournament, randomizer tournament going on right now. He's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario Kart. And their teammate is Unos XX, multiple world record holder in The Legend of Zelda, including a lot of categories he made up just so he can be world record holder. He also likes spreadsheets and also is not undefeated in the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament. He's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 1 and Tetris. Moving on, we have the Onomatopoeia Octoroks, or OCONOMOWOC Octoroks. Their stupid team captain is Bent Glass Tube, the master of the soft lock. Has 21 rooms named after him in various games because of his inability to get through them. And he also makes a lot of trackers. He's going to be soft locking in Super Mario Kart and Super Mario Bros. 3. His teammate is Enchantress of Numbers. She's an amazing Tetris player and speedrunner and has top times, including a handful of world records for games like Loom and the Baby Game. She's going to be looking to get the gold in Tetris and Zelda 2 Randomizer. In fact, her name is so long that it almost reaches the finals of the brackets when she's still in the first round. So that's cheating. But we'll see if we can fix that in as the tournament moves on. Maybe change the name or something. I think you're allowed to change your name once per 30 days. We'll see if we can work on that. And their partner is CF207. CF is the creator of a Zelda 2 editor that I used to make a ROM hack that I once tried to make and then stopped making it, but it was pretty good. Or not me, Angry Larry. I'm Hans Buttface. He also writes great poetry. Ask him about it. He's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 1 and Super Mario Bros. 2. And here comes Rose City Nation of FAPIGIDIA. I think I nailed that. Rose City Nation's captain is Cantaloupe Fap. Sub 30 Zelda 1, any percent no up in any time as well. Third overall, in fact. He has the Famicom World Records in a category for Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. And he has several other world records like Wild Gunman and Predator. He's going to be looking to win in Super Mario Bros. And Tetris. His partner is Armageddon Time, Canadian. And moving on, well, I guess he's a piano player as well, and a very positive streamer. He likes to touch clocks and lots of equipment in medical facilities, so, you know, definitely ask your doctor if he's been in there before you, and ask him to wash him before he sticks them in your ears and down your throat, because Arma's stank may be on it. He's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario Kart. And their hired gun is Rose City Saint. Rose City Saint is the organizer of the weekly Zelda 2 Randomizer tournaments, and in fact is also an SHI Tournament alumni. He'll be playing Zelda 2 Randomizer and Super Mario Bros. 3. And last, but certainly not least, but maybe least, we have Anchors of Fire, headed up by Angry Larry's guy Nirm. Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament runner-up for 2017. Has world records in multiple games, including Shippo Iron Leaguer, the basketball game he played at AGDQ last year, or SGDQ, I think it was AGDQ last year, and Wade Hickson's Counterpunch. Exciting stuff. He's going to be playing Zelda 2 Randomizer and Super Mario Kart. His partner is Puke7, who's got the best hair and beard in the SHI tournament. Makes Angry Larry jealous. And he also likes Bob Ross, so he's definitely a guy, a connoisseur of people who have good hair and good beards. He's going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 2 and Tetris. And their partner, Sleepy Mario. Sleepy Mario is a wild card entry picked from out of nowhere, seemingly, because of his skills in certain games that they need filled. And those games include Super Mario 1 and Super Mario Bros. 3. So how can you not pick somebody with the name Mario if you need to fill the void for Mario games? Certainly the smartest captain in the tournament is Nirm. Those are our 8 teams and our 8 made-up nations. We're going to take a look at the brackets here in a second. We'll start with Super Mario Bros. 1. Again, one player from each team represents their made-up nation, In a single elimination 8-player tournament, everybody's responsible for 2 games. Every team has 1 representative for each game. Nobody overlaps or anything. Take a look at our first matchup here. Link Sevens versus Coach Crab in round 1. Second matchup is Unos versus Zarnax 42. This is an interesting matchup. Unos is a great speedrunner. Zarnax has a time of 5 minutes and 14 seconds posted on the board, but that's over 2 years ago. So we'll see. That's definitely probably the matchup of the first round. Got Kite versus CF, and our last matchup is Sleepy Mario versus FAP. Now I guess this might even be considered one of the more interesting matchups. Mario has a time of 6:44, which is 10 months old, and FAP is currently in a Super Mario Bros. 1 no warp tournament, but he has an 8-month-old PB on the board of 5 minutes and 21 seconds. So combining the current tournament with the prior skill, and Mario being familiar with this game as well, that's also an interesting matchup. So there's your Super Mario Brothers 1 bracket. Again, this starts on the 19th. I'm going to move on over to Tetris now. Tetris was supposed to be a game that was going to be in the second week of the tournament, but due to some issues with Super Mario Kart, and we'll explain that in a second, we pushed this one up to the first week. Again, the first week games, Super Mario Bros. 1 and Tetris, will start on the 19th of February and conclude by March 14th, so 2 weeks per game, with 2 games going on at once. Our first matchup in Tetris, Puke 7 versus Random Effect. Then we got a rematch of the Super Mario Bros. 1 race. Zarnax versus Unos. These guys can't get away from each other. In fact, they're near each other on the leaderboard as well. Zarnax is 8th overall in this category, which is 100 lines, level 0 start, but we're playing best 2 out of 3. Unos is 35th and has a time of 5 minutes and 13 seconds. So once again, these two are battling it out for a match of the first round. We have FAP versus Danny. FAP is on the leaderboard as well, 43rd place, or 43rd ND, because I think that's what it says on the board. 5 minutes and 35 seconds for FAP. And Danny owns the game, I'm sure. And our last matchup, Justin Man, 11-4 versus Eon, Enchantress of Numbers. Eon does not have a posted time in Tetris, but she is a Tetris person. But she'll have to be, because Justin has the 4th best time overall, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. So that's definitely one to watch. And again, Eon's name being so long does not advance her into the second round. She will have to win the game to earn that right. Moving on to the Week 2 start time games. These games will run February 26th to March 11th. And the first one's going to be Super Mario Bros. 2. No runner in this tournament has a posted time on the board for the category. It's any percent. By the way, Super Mario Bros. 1 was any percent as well. Tetris was 100 lines, level 0 start, best 2 out of 3. Super Mario Bros. 2 was any percent. No posted time for anybody in the tournament. It's going to be Jack versus CF. Justin Man 11-4 versus D-Pad Danny. The Alan Heffley from the University of Kentucky versus Armageddon Time. And Angry Larry versus Puke 7 in the battle of how much hair can these guys shed on the floor and then need to buy a rubber-headed bristle brush and broom from Amazon to sweep it up before they vacuum. Should be a fantastic tournament. And should be interesting since none of these players run it. Justin Man 11-4 is probably the only person who has devoted some time, at least publicly, into working on routes and stuff. But definitely a wild card here. Anybody can win. And then we're going to move on to the second game that's going to run from February 26th to March 11th. Super Mario Kart. Now, Super Mario Kart's category is 100 Mushroom Cup 150cc. The problem with that category is you have to unlock it. So we're going to allow these racers extra time to unlock it by delaying the start one more week and just swapping it with Tetris. No big deal. The Allen Heffley goes against Dig Shake in the first round. Again, none of these runners have times in these races, in these games as well. Armageddon Time versus Nearm. JSR 2 Gamers versus BGT Bent Glass Tube. And V Resner versus Random Effect. So both these games, Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario Kart, are definitely the wild cards where nobody having a decidingly apparent visual advantage over another because nobody has a time or has run the game before. So those are the 2 games for week 2. Let's move on to the first of the 2 games for week 3. These games will run March 5th to March 18th versus Super Mario Bros. 3. We got Sleepy Mario versus Link Sevens. Jakite versus JSR 2 Gamers. Coach Crab versus Rose City Saint. And Buzz Thunder versus Bent Glass Tube. So interesting about this matchup is Buzz is the only person who has a Super Mario Bros. 3 time in this category, which is any % no wrong warp. And his time is 11 minutes and 58 seconds. And then on to the main event, Zelda 2 Randomizer. This one's going to be a handful because we have 8 experienced players playing this game who may be the best that play it, or at least definitely in the top 12, I'll say. But it's single elimination, so anything can happen. One bad move costs you the tournament here. First up is Enchantress of Numbers versus Jack and Miss Wes. Eon was top 16 in the 2017 tournament. Jack was top 8. We have Angry Larry versus Nearm. Angry Larry is the only player in this bracket who was not in the bracket rounds of the 2017 tournament. But then again, he was the only player that played a solid person every single round, so he got screwed. But he made a tracker, and people use it, so he's definitely got a clear advantage there. But he's got to go against his guy, Nearm, who was the runner-up of the 2017 tournament. So it's going to be tough right there. And the winner of that tournament, Dig Shake, takes on Rose City Saint. Rose City Saint was in the top 16 and plays this game multiple times a week while everybody else doesn't really play it as much anymore. And the last matchup, Rando God Buzz Thunder versus Retirement God V Resner, coming out of retirement just to win this tournament. Rez was in the top 8. Buzz Thunder was in the top 16. Joshy D was in the top 8. And BGT was in the winner's bracket, and Buzz Thunder was not in the winner's bracket in Season 5 of the SHI Tournament. So this lineup is stacked. And anybody can win this one as well. And that is your opening ceremonies, the Parade of Fake Nations, and the bracket reveal. Remember, the tournament starts on February 19th. Games can get scheduled. They're not going to get restreamed live, except for Zelda 2 Randomizer, which starts in March 5th. But look out for the special SHI Tournament Olympics shows, which will play all the matches back-to-back consecutively for each of the rounds for each of the games. So that should be a lot of fun to watch. And we hope you enjoy the Olympics, and we'll see you there. This is Hans Buttface from the SHI Tournament Control Center in Long Island, New York. Have yourself a great night and enjoy the games.